Hello students, welcome to my YouTube channel DIVYA Singh'S Socio Lab. So class 8 student, finally your wait is over and today we are starting our first chapter, natural resources and their uses. So children, I have divided this chapter into two parts. So today we are going to discuss about part 1. Okay. So children, I am sharing my screen with all of you. Just 1 minute. I hope my screen is visible to all of you, right? So now children, as I told, we are starting the chapter natural resources and their uses. Okay, so let's start. So children, before coming to the definition of natural resource, we are going to discuss about the term nature. You know what is nature? I think in daily life you use this term nature. But what exactly nature is, I'm going to tell you. So children, nature is the total of the life forms and the non-life form which are not created by humans. You understand? Nature is the total of the life forms and the non-life form which are not created by humans. So I'm stressing on this word, not created by humans. Like example, I'll give you trees, rocks, right? They are not created by humans. So that is what very important thing you should know. What do you mean by nature? It is the total of life and non-life form which are not created by humans. Now students, you all know the definition of nature. I hope I'm clear. So I stressed on which word? Not created by humans. Now students, I want to tell you very important thing. For a nature, you know the definition of nature now. Okay. So anything which is nature, in order to become resource, what criteria it has to fulfill, I'm telling you. So children, when human use nature for their sustenance and they create something new out of it, that is that time a nature become resource. So I'm again repeating, when human use nature for their sustenance and create something new for their use, so that time a nature become a resource. Like I'll give you example. Tree gives us wood and we utilize that wood for making furniture like chair, table. So that time the nature which was tree, from what we got from the nature? Wood. And that wood was utilized in making what? Your furniture, chair, table. So that time that chair, table became resource. Okay. So anything in order to become a resource, it requires human efforts. Okay. So, and now children, here, if we speak about some natural resources, example, natural treasures. So water, air and soil are something very important which we get from nature. Okay. Rest, which are the resources, I'll discuss in detail little later. Now children, I want to discuss very important things with you. Children, this definition of natural resource is also there for class 10th. Okay. So see, now only you are understanding it. So students, anything in order to become a resource, it has to fulfill 3 conditions. Can you see the 3 conditions here? It has to be technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. Now you might be thinking, what are these 3 terms? Why I'm discussing this here? So I'll tell you. So anything in order to become resource, it has to fulfill these 3 criteria. Now I'll tell you what is the criteria. Now children, starting with first, technologically accessible. Children, first of all, see, let's take example of gold. Okay, where will be gold available? How we extract gold? Gold is available in the mines. So in order to extract that, what we need? We need some technology. So that is why anything in order to extract, we need technology. So a resource should be technologically accessible. Means we should have technology to extract it. Understood? Now the next example is economically feasible. Now children, see. Suppose we all went for gold extraction with our technology and we spent around 1 crore on the extraction. And when we extracted, we got to know that only we got gold worth rupees 5 lakhs. So will it be economically feasible? See, we spent 1 crore and when we extracted, what we got? We got the gold, which is just worth 5 lakh. So that is not economically feasible. So every time, just remember anything in order to become a resource, it should be economically feasible. If suppose you would have spent 1 crore rupees and you would have got gold worth rupees 2 crore, then it would have been economically feasible. Now the third category. I hope I'm clear till now. Children, now the third category is culturally acceptable. Children, now culturally acceptable means anything which is accepted by the society. Now our society accepts gold because it has value. Gold has added value. We make jewelry out of it, right? So our society accepts it. So it's culturally acceptable. So these are the three conditions, children: technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. So these are the three conditions which a resource should follow in order to become a resource, right? Now the next slide I'm taking you. Now children, some category of natural resources. First of all, children, very important thing, natural resources are very essential for our life. Children, we cannot survive without air, water, and food. Okay, they are the important natural resource because they are essential for our life. And children, see, these natural resources are utilized for making materials. In the starting only, I gave you one example. You can see the picture also here. The wood is utilized for making furniture, right? So resources are used as materials. Now gold is utilized for making what? Jewelry. So resources are important materials. And children, very important thing, resources are also source of energy. Okay, what are the different source of energy we get? Coal, water, petroleum, natural gas, sunlight, wind energy, solar energy. They are all natural resources, right? So resources are very essential because they give us energy. And I just now explained you energy example like wind energy, sunlight energy. Children, I just want to mention, can you see this picture which is under resources for energy? Children, this is a very live picture which I clicked when I went somewhere. So this is an example of which kind of energy you have to mention in the comment box. Okay. So this is a live picture which I took. So I thought of telling you because you are listening to this. Okay. Next slide. Now, children, we are going to understand about two very important categories. Resources are divided into two parts: renewable and non-renewable. So children, many times this question will be asked: what is the difference between renewable source of energy and non-renewable source of energy? So let's start. Children, renewable. Renew means, you might have heard this word renew. What is renew? Think. Renew means anything which can be restored itself over time. Okay, even if it is getting over, we can renew it, we can restore it, right? We can create it again, or it can be like we have a sort, it will not get over. Okay, even if it get over, we can renew it or restore it. Okay, so the best examples I'll give you, I'll explain with example. Solar energy, wind energy. Can you see this picture? So here you can see both the example, solar energy as well and wind energy as well. So solar energy, wind energy, students, India has enormous amount of solar energy and wind energy. Okay, so children, solar energy and wind energy, they are the best example for renewable source of energy. And what is renewable? Renewable means it is a source of energy which we can renew and we can restore it over time, right? So now I hope this is clear. Now, what is non-renewable? The opposite. Children, see, non-renewable are those which cannot be renewed, which cannot be restored. If it gets over, there is no scope, we can renew it. Okay, so non-renewable are those resources which cannot be renewed and cannot be restored. And sometimes it takes millions of years. Even after millions of years, we cannot recreate it. Okay, so the best example for non-renewable are coal, natural gas, oil. They are the best example, children. Petroleum. If it gets over, then there is no chance that we can renew it. So students, always remember, we should use it in a judicious manner. Always we should use our resources in a judicious manner so that it should be left for our future generation. So students, there is a term which is used for this, is called sustainable development. Sustainable development means we should use our resources judicially so that the future generation should not suffer. Am I clear, children? I hope you are clear with the difference between renewable and non-renewable. Next slide. Children, nature cycle of restoration and regeneration. Now, student, what is restoration? Now, I'll tell you. Sometime what happens, children? Sometime what, like if we cut the tree, okay? And sometime what happens, suppose, have you heard about forest fires? Okay? So, students, sometimes nature itself recovers. If something happens to the nature, it itself try to recover. Sometime you might have heard the news of forest fire happened. But after forest fire, the nature has the capacity to restore. Okay, so that is why it's called restoration, means nature has the power to heal itself, right? So that is called restoration. Now, children, the next example is regeneration. Nature's ability to create new life and condition for thriving. No waste in nature cycle. So some students, as I told, the nature can restore and also regenerate itself, right? So that is very important part about nature. Now, student, main problem what is happening is human threat. Children, today a lot of deforestation is going on. What our nature has threat with human in ways like deforestation. What is deforestation? Cutting of trees. Cutting of trees is done, as you know, I told, to make furniture, or sometimes the trees are cleared to make some bridges and all. So children, deforestation is one of the major cause of, you can say, nature's threat, right? So children, even nowadays, children, suddenly there is the temperature. If we speak about temperature, it is suddenly rising, suddenly it is decreasing. So melting of glaciers is happening, global warming is happening. So all these are part of human threat. Okay, so these are threat to nature. And students, some consequences also I'll discuss. Sometimes what happens, the industrial waste, you know, industries, sometimes what happens, students, the industrial waste is directly disposed into the water. That creates water pollution, and it is very harmful for our marine animals. So children, these are the consequences, children. It affects our marine animals, our rivers, water get polluted if the industrial waste is directly disposed into the rivers or sea, any thing you can take. So children, this is not good. So students, we have to protect our nature. So we should plant more and more trees. So the concept is called afforestation. We should plant more and more trees so that it will help nature, right? So that is, and we should not do pollution, like especially the smoke coming out of the industries, that is air pollution, water pollution. They are all negative threats to our environment. So we should try to minimize it. We should try to reduce it. Then only we can protect our nature. Okay. So I hope everyone is clear. Till here, any doubt, children? Children, I want to tell very important thing. In case if you get some doubt, you can write in the comment box. So in the next class, we'll discuss that. Okay, I'll see your comments, and that particular concept I'll discuss with you in the starting of the class. Am I clear? So don't forget to comment. Now, children, there is one very important topic, and this is the last topic for today. We are discussing economics, functions, and services. Nature has inherent ways of working. When these natural processes benefit human, we call them ecosystem services. You know what is ecosystem services, student? See, we get some services from the nature, okay, and we don't need to do anything. Then also we are getting that services. I'll give you example. Trees. What trees gives us? What we get from trees? Oxygen. Okay, so the nature is benefiting us. Okay, so we are getting something from nature without doing anything. We are getting what we are getting from trees? Oxygen. So that is a part of ecosystem function and services, like what nature is providing us. Okay, and children, the trees do a lot of things, like, see, trees provide us with oxygen. They even prevent soil erosion. Okay, and children, if I speak about the trees, if a mature tree we will take, you know, a mature tree produces 275 liters of oxygen per day, and a human being needs around 350 liters of oxygen. It depends upon adult, or it depends upon children. So children, you can see here what trees are doing for us, what ecosystem services are provided to us by our nature. So that is very important, students. Even sometimes the trees and the nature protect us from so many natural calamities as well, like flood and all. Okay, even it provides us with clean water. So student, natures do a lot for us, right? When natures provide you something, they are part of ecosystem function and services. You can see this picture. Nature provides us with food, fresh water, raw material, medicinal plants, right? And it also gives us supporting services like soil formation, nutrient cycling, photosynthesis, habitat. It also regulates services like climate regulation, water purification, pollination, flood control, etc. And nature is also helpful for cultural services like recreation, aesthetic values, education and research, spiritual and historical. So student, these are the ecosystem services by nature. So I hope everyone is clear. Any doubt? I hope there is no doubt. If in case students you have doubt, please don't forget to write in the comment box. Till then, I would like to thank all of you, and you have to do very important things, students. You have to write whatever doubt you have in the comment section, okay? And in the next class, before starting part 2, I will be discussing the doubts, okay? And children, till then, stay tuned and stay connected, and don't forget to subscribe my channel, Divya Singhi Socio Lab. Okay? Thank you, everyone. I'll see you all in the next class. Again, repeating, don't forget to subscribe my channel, Divya Singhi Socio Lab. Thank you.